Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us. My name is Evie DeAngelis, and I am the Senior Director of Field Development at Tyra Beauty headquarters here in Los Angeles. So tonight, I'm really excited to share with you about this company, Tyra Beauty, which is a cosmetics business, or as we like to call it, a cosmetic experience founded by the supermodel, super entrepreneur, and super CEO, Miss Tyra Banks herself. And I know to many people it probably seems like a no-brainer for Tyra to have started a cosmetics company because she's recognized for her beauty and also has a wide acclaim for transforming people into their fiercest selves. And as you may or may not know, Tyra is a makeup application expert on herself and on others. And for over 20 years, she's built a foundation of trust by celebrating women's inner and outer beauty and the power of transforming what you've got into what you want. And while Tyra has great global credibility in the beauty space, her reason for starting Tyra Beauty goes far deeper than just her professional history. She has achieved tremendous success. And, it's been a long and thriving career, but she's always really dreamed of creating a business that would one day become her legacy. She loves cosmetics, but she wasn't really interested in just slapping her name on somebody else's cosmetics line and becoming another celebrity figurehead. So she returned to school to round out her education to provide her with the tools to build a legitimate business from the ground up. And in doing so, she began to realize that many facets of her life led her to building the foundation for Tyra Beauty. So let's start with Tyra's childhood. As a kid, she really wasn't that confident, and in just 1 year, she grew a foot and lost 30 pounds, which left her awkward and teased by her schoolmates and uncomfortable, and so she retreated into a shy state, but shortly thereafter, she was discovered as a model, and much to her shock, she saw for the very first time how her face could truly transform with makeup, and it was this that instilled in her, and it stuck with her, that makeup truly could be the great beauty equalizer. And so when Tyra became a model, she spent years studying how makeup artists applied makeup, and soon she was doing her own makeup for the runway shows, and other models were lining up for her to do their faces too. And so today, people from around the globe desire and publicly express their want for advice and insight and guidance, and of course, a tie-over from Tyra. And a tie-over is our way of saying a fierce, transformative makeover, Tyra style. But her own experience as a teenager and then becoming a model and seeing that transformation, those weren't the only reasons that she decided to do this. Her vision for this company was so much bigger than just selling products and transforming faces. And it really starts with transforming lives. And she's always steered toward the opportunity to transform lives, to help people kickstart or restart their lives by giving them the power to do it themselves. And she attributes this to her own personal story, but also the story of her mother, Carolyn. And like so many women of her own generation, Carolyn stayed married to Tyra's dad for longer than she felt she should have because she didn't have the money or the courage to get out of a marriage she felt wasn't healthy for herself or her young children. Her dreams for Tyra and Tyra's older brother were too powerful to ignore, and so one day, Carolyn finally found the strength to move her kids out of that house, out of that living situation, and into a one-bedroom apartment in a kind of dangerous part of Los Angeles where Carolyn slept on the couch and the kids shared a bed. And Carolyn promised Tyra and her brother on that very first night that in 1 year they'd be in a house with 2 bedrooms, and she did just that. However, her promise was fulfilled in a less than perfect way. Tyra and Tyra's brother got their own room while Carolyn still continued to sleep on the couch. But the promises and the hard work, well, they continued until finally 4 years and 4 different apartments later, Carolyn was able to move her family into their dream home in a safe suburb of Los Angeles. And Tyra's always maintained that perhaps if her mom had had the opportunity to create financial freedom sooner, through something that really, really resonated with her, perhaps Carolyn's young family wouldn't have endured as long in an unhealthy living situation, and perhaps their dreams would have come true faster. And so it was with all of this experience of her own upbringing, of her modeling, and of Carolyn's story and her childhood, with all of that motivation inside of her, that Tyra created a vision. And this was a vision that would be the driving force of her company, which would become Tyra Beauty. And the vision is this: You deserve to have the confidence and tools not just to accept your flaws and live with them, but to transform what you've got into what you want. We will be the global leading beauty lifestyle brand that breaks beauty barriers and makes people more beautiful and more powerful than they ever believed possible. Tyra Beauty sees the model in everyone. So now that you know about our vision and how this company began, let's talk about how we make it all come to life, and we do that with our products. We've developed a product system that is a flexible regimen, and we call it Skin-Based Work That Face. And we started with color cosmetics, which are the products in the Work That Face category. But Tyra's plan has always been for Tyra Beauty to be a full beauty approach so that anyone and everyone can be part of this cosmetics experience. We all know that everybody wants every single product that we use to be delightful and to be easy and to be transformative, and now they will be. In our flexible regimen of products, well, they work seamlessly together and they complement each other to ensure that everybody has the confidence and tools to be more beautiful and more powerful than they ever thought possible. And our beauty-tainers, who are independent sales consultants who sell Tyra Beauty, well, they can allow their customers to get the entire flexible regimen. And this is a strategic approach to help translate to higher sales per customer and higher dollars into beauty-tainers' pockets. This helps beauty-tainers revisit conversations with existing customers and connect with new customers too. And we like to say that we really want to give people just what they want, just when they need it the most. And our products are fun, fast, and fierce. We're fun because our products are a blast to use, from the packaging to how they feel on your skin. Plus, they take the intimidation out of beauty and cover the essentials of what everybody needs. Plus, we've even got an anthem that breaks down our flexible regimen so you know what order to use our products in, and they'll have a damn good time doing it. We're also all about being fast, not because we're all about being like really speedy, but because we want to help you spend the time of your life the way that you want to. We want to give you the time of your life back. So if you want to get a full face look in just 5 minutes, we've got you covered. And if you don't even have 5 minutes, we can help you chisel your cheekbones in just 2, and we can help you take it off effectively in a way that's great for your skin in record time. And of course, it wouldn't be Tyra's company if we weren't fierce. We're committed to being innovative, to being problem-solving and delightful, to being uncomplicated and responsible and inclusive, so you can look and feel more fierce by finding beauty from the outside in. So let's talk about some of these products. So our newly launched skin category has got the Clean Machine Foaming Face Wash. It's got a microderm abrasion tool, which helps you slough off dead skin cells and help promote cell regeneration. It's got the Closer, which is a serum which hydrates and soothes your skin. And of course, to help you be always runway ready, we've got Instant Gratification, which is a mask that tightens and lifts and illuminates your skin in just 8 minutes and has impact on your skin that lasts much, much longer. You can see results for up to 24 hours, and also there are long-term benefits. And every single one of these products is full of innovation, full of ingredients that are good for your skin, and are also really fun and help to create a perfect canvas for your makeup routine. And so it's step 1 of your flexible regimen. Next up, we've got our base category. And the first product in our base category is called Floss on Face. And it's a 3-in-1 lightweight tinted moisturizer that gives you the perfect amount of subtle, layerable coverage and a glowing finish. It's also got SPF in it, which helps protect from the sun's damaging rays. But what I love about it the most is that there are 9 shades. And these shades are so forgiving and so blendable that you can probably cover 5 to 6 skin tones within each shade. So that's at least 56 skin tones right there. And it's buildable. So you can soothe your skin, protect it with antioxidants, protect it with sunscreen, and also nourishing oils that help with anti-aging. So that's the first product in our base category. And then, of course, there is Work That Face, which is all about color. Right? It's not about some kind of like boring, mundane makeup. It's a blast to use, and also it's plain and simple and easy, so you don't have to think about it too much. So what you're seeing right here on this slide is our 5-minute tie-over. So the 5-minute tie-over comes with 6 products to help you sculpt and chisel your cheekbones, helps you do your eyes up, helps you paint your lips, and you don't need any brushes or any extra tools. You got everything you need right there. And if you really want to take it to the next level, we've got something called BIG Lashes Silk Extension System and Brow Set Match. So BIG Lashes Silk Extension System is a two-part lash system that helps to build unbelievable length with proprietary silk extensions that nourish your eyelashes. You don't need to use glue. You don't need to get real eyelash extensions. This is a mascara system that you can do at home. And if you want to get what Tyra likes to call those Instagram eyebrows, to make your brows look more like twins, not just sisters, well, Brow Set Match will do that for you. It's a dual-sided brow definer. You can fill in your brows with definition or make them really bold and then lock them into place with a brow setting gel. That's actually one of my favorite products, and I hardly ever leave the house without it nowadays. But we don't just stop there. We also have monthly features. We always like to do a monthly feature to help our beauty-tainers acquire new customers and connect with their current customers. And this month we've got the Winter Slay Queen. Not like slay like with reindeer, but slay like you are going to slay when you're wearing this look. And this is a full face look that you can get right here. It's a $124 value, and it is a customer price of just $69. But that's not it. We also like to offer a little something extra because it is the holiday season. And so we've got a customer gift with purchase. And this month, when a customer spends $125 or more, they get a free clean machine. And all customer orders are always free shipping over $125. And this really helps our beauty-tainers, again, have conversations with customers and upsell to translate to higher dollars per hour into our beauty-tainers' pockets. To spice things up even more, we have opened up for a limited time a holiday boutique. So this is for customers and beauty-tainers, and it's full of exclusive gift sets. So we can be the one-stop shop gifting destination for everybody all holiday season long. So I've been talking a lot about beauty-tainers throughout this presentation, and you might be wondering, okay, well, what is a beauty-tainer? You keep saying that. I know you said they're the people who sell the products. I know you're talking about dollars per hour for these people. Well, what does that look like? Well, all of the products that I've talked about, they're sold through independent sales representatives. We call them beauty-tainers. And we like to say that they are the CEOs of their own lives. They are entrepreneurs in their own right. And I get this question all the time. What is the day in the life of a beauty-tainer? What does that look like? And I will tell you, a beauty-tainer could be anybody. She could be a mom or a grandmama who drops the kids off at school and then does a few hours of work. Maybe he's a student and he just has a little bit of time, but he does it in between classes or on the weekends, and he's saving money toward his student loans. Maybe she's somebody with a full-time job who finds a few moments throughout the day to share Tyra Beauty with coworkers. We have people who are doctors and lawyers. We have retired grandmothers. We have full-time students. We have people who have never worked a day in their life. We've got everybody in between because being a beauty-tainer is a very flexible income opportunity. Our beauty-tainers set their own hours. They define success on their own terms, and they can sell and grow as little or as much as they please. And they've got the opportunity to earn unlimited income. So there are no monthly sales quotas, no sales territories, and no hours. It's just your time on your terms. And our beauty-tainers, they sell our products in lots of different ways. So they can sell them online, they can sell them in person, they can sell them to a group, they can sell them one-on-one, and they can earn between 25% and 40% sales commissions. And then once they start to grow a crew, they can really, really amp up that earning potential because they can build team sales commissions. And our career plan rewards beauty-tainers not just for personal growth, but also for helping other people grow too. And of course, I don't want to leave out the fact that all beauty-tainers get a 25% discount from day one. So, it might sound like something that's interesting to you, but you could be thinking to yourself, well, I have no experience. How do I do this? And I know I said you don't have to have any experience, but easier said than done, right? No, really, you don't have to have any experience. And we like to make sure that every single beauty-tainer gets off to a very strong start with training and incentives from day one. And the first is our new Beautytainer Biz Incentive, which rewards new beautytainers for kicking off their business in their first 30 days, and it helps them to earn back their investment. This is not only an incentive, but also a training program with weekly training to help you know exactly what to do, exactly when to do it, and get started with a very, very strong start, earn back your investment, and get rewarded with free products. But we don't just stop there. We also offer an annual incentive where we go all out for all of our beautytainers. And this one coming up is our second annual tropical incentive trip called Kiss My Fat Beach. And what happens with Kiss My Fat Beach is that beautytainers are rewarded along the way as they work toward an all-inclusive, all-expenses-paid trip to Puerto Vallarta. So they can earn swag that they can only get through this incentive, like a keychain or a travel bag or a business tote, and I'm telling you, they are so cute, and you can only earn them through this incentive. And then, if they really work their business, they can get that all-expenses-paid trip for one or for two and come hang out with the HQ crew and Tyra on the beaches of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. But we don't just stop there. It's not just about training programs and incentives for our field. It's also about supporting them with marketing programs. And we've got a program that helps you really make the most of your customers and your customer connection by rewarding them for sharing Tyra Beauty too. And we've got a program called Refer a Friend, which means that every customer that you have that refers a friend to shop with Tyra Beauty and their friend spends $50 or more on their first purchase, your customer earns $10 in Refer a Friend dollars, and they can be redeemed toward their next purchase. So that means if they have a first-time customer who's their friend who shops and spends $200, they get $40 toward their next purchase. And as the beautytainer, all of the commissions from all of these purchases, well, they roll up right to you. So it actually helps you expand your network. So lots of amazing perks, from training programs to incentives to helping you connect with new customers. But one of the things that really, really, truly sets us apart is, of course, Tyra. She's a fierce leader who's got your back. She really walks the walk. You know, she's not just a pretty face with mass appeal. She really is in this business. You know, she is a CEO in her own right. But on top of that, she's got tens of millions of social media followers globally, and she stays relevant and broadens her reach by taking very savvy and strategic approaches to a lot of channels that are only available to the business and fashion and entertainment elite. So coming up in January, you're going to be seeing her on The Celebrity Apprentice, not as a contestant, but as a judge, and you're also going to be seeing her on lots of other media appearances as well. And this is important because her motto for herself and for the HQ team, that's us over here at the LA office, is to see the world through the eyes of the beautytainer. And so everything that Tyra does is with the beautytainer in mind, and that includes her media appearances. And so as a beautytainer, you're always going to have a conversation starter because of Tyra. Everything that she does, all of her appeal is channeled into you and your business. And Tyra helps you to expand your addressable network, so you can see that what you're doing is not just for your contemporaries and people your own age, but for decades up and down too. And so selling Tyra Beauty truly could not be easier when you've got this fierce leader on your side. And we want to help you get started very, very strong. And we think that, you know, we are the best business partner for budding entrepreneurs. Because the average business startup cost in America is about $30,000. I know that I don't have $30,000 to start a business, and I would assume that most people don't. And on top of that $30,000, you know, there's also costs for marketing and advertising and paying for rent and utilities and paying for employees' salaries and benefits and insurance. And it takes a really long time to earn back that investment, if ever. Most budding entrepreneurs never make that money back. But instead of $30,000 to be a beautytainer, all it costs actually is $89, and you get a business in a box, okay? You get 6 of our best-selling products. You get training materials. You get everything you might want for $89 and access to a community of fierce and love and hugs and marketing materials and online training calls and business management system. And we help you be successful if that's what you want. We will train you to do that. But don't just take it from me. I want you to hear it from somebody who's actually done this from scratch all by herself, and that is Miss Emily Lawler, who is a bronzer beautytainer. And Emily actually was also selected as one of our 2017 Tyra Beauty models. So Emily, are you on the line?
I am.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Well, thanks so much for joining us. I would love for you to tell everybody who's listening about, first let's just start with telling us about yourself and your family.
Okay, yeah. So, I actually kind of started my adult life. I graduated with a marketing degree back in 2011. I've been in the corporate world with Wells Fargo since I graduated. I had a son in 2013, and basically I've just kind of been working my way, kind of trying to find what my next big move was going to be and where I was going to really take my career. Definitely a lot of ups and downs trying to figure that out, and spent a lot of time having Steve Harvey moments, wondering why people were my boss, and feeling that I was meant for something much bigger that I was kind of more in control of. And I found
and so
Tyra
how did you
Beauty.
find out about Tyra Beauty? Like how did you learn about it and why did it speak to you?
Yeah, I found out about it I actually saw someone start to post about it in November, and I did a little bit of follow-up, asked some questions about it, and then the conversation kind of died off. And then again in March, I sought that same individual out. They had and they put me in touch with somebody that was selling Tyra Beauty, which was Marielle. So I signed up the next day, and I had never tried a single Tyra Beauty product, and I was just kind of ready to go.
And so having not ever tried a Tyra Beauty product or anything, how did you get started?
I spent a little bit of time overthinking, which is something I coach on now with my team. But I guess all I did was I started posting a lot of before and afters, and trying to reach out individually to people within my immediate network, friends, family. And then the biggest kind of step for me was starting BYOBs by myself within Des Moines and inviting people to join.
Yeah, and so for those of you who are listening and don't know what a BYOB is, it's what we like to call a Be Your Own Boss, which is exactly what you're listening to right now. But when Emily does it, it means she actually, does it live and invites people to a location in Des Moines and has them join and hear about becoming a beauty-tainer. And so did you think when you first signed up and you hadn't tried any of the products, did you think that you were going to become a leader? Did you think you were going to have a team? What were your thoughts then, and how has it changed, in the time that you've been here?
Yeah, I definitely had some hesitation on, you go into it worrying, are people going to respond to this, and how are people going to react to me starting my own business? And there's just a lot of hesitation going into it. I was always looking for different groups, women's groups within Des Moines, trying to find leadership roles, and could never really find the right fit for me. So I came to find out that this was kind of the perfect way for me to network, meet new people, and also get to really give some motivation and leadership to other women in my area.
Yeah.
And around and out of state, which has been great.
And how has the experience, changed your life or impacted, your family?
It's been a really big part of a lot of changes in my life. I did go in November, I went to a single family home. So I had a lot of expenses that doubled. And 2 months ago, I was able to turn off all my credit cards and start to pay those off, and now I'm just living off of my full-time job and Tyra versus always kind of feeling like I was going in the hole. So that's been a really big improvement for me. I've traveled. I've had more travel opportunity than I've ever had, and I feel I'm way more uplifted. This company has really given me a new inspiration, a new passion that I really didn't know I was missing.
That's so awesome and so fantastic to hear. And what are your, as we like to call them here, BFOGs, your big, fierce, outrageous goals for your business and for what you're going to do with your business's impact on your life?
Yeah, I do plan on making Tyra Beauty my full-time job within the next 1 to 2 years. I'll be able to stay home with my son. I'll be able to be more involved in his. He's 3 right now, so I'll be able to get more involved with all his activities as he's getting
And he's
older.
so precious. I can't even handle these pictures. He's so cute.
Thank you. And yeah, so I'm so excited. I just know that that's going to happen for me, and I'm just excited to see how the adventure takes me there.
That's great. And so what would you say to, other people who are listening in right now who are like kind of on the fence, who, think that it sounds cool, but it might not be for them? Like, what would you say to them if they're not sure if they should join?
I would 100% say go for it. I think a lot of people's hesitation is not as much about how excited you are for yourself to start and more worried about what other people will think about you starting. And I can say that was my biggest fear, and I am so shocked by the amount of people who support me in this business, that people I haven't talked to in years that just write me to tell me, like, great job, or I'll run into in public and I haven't seen them in years, and they'll congratulate me on my business or say, way to go on your videos. So I would say, like, just go for it, because there is really no other way to know how much this can change your life.
Yeah, I mean, you'll never know if you don't try, right? And if you don't ask yourself, then the answer is always no.
Right.
So I think that's great. Well, is there anything else you want to add before we let people get back to their evenings and hopefully go and sign up and become beauty-tainers?
Oh, no, just thanks for joining the call today and hearing my story, and just really, really happy with the Tyra Beauty family and appreciate you having me today.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story, Emily, and I'm so proud of you, and it's been so cool to, watch your progression, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you. And to everybody else who's listening, thank you so much for listening in. I echo Emily's sentiments to thank you for joining us, and, if any of this sounds even remotely appealing to you, or if you have more questions, please reach out to your beauty-tainer or go to Tyra.com, and we would love to welcome you to the Tyra Beauty family and, help you find success and achieve your big, fierce, outrageous goals with Tyra Beauty. So thanks so much, Emily, and thanks to everybody else. I hope you have a fantastic evening. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.